Here we are on my Mohawk webpage for one of the courses I'm actually teaching this semester, Issues in Health and Healing. And if we go through it, I can quickly show you some of the tools that I've done myself. So on our homepage, you can always create nice landing images such as this. Just a couple simple pictures I got off of Collective Commons sources, some nice links to, like, say, Al Purdue for referencing, and just a simple news posting keeping students informed of what they're doing. So it being the end of the semester, I've asked them to commit a anonymous survey for me just to figure out what they've enjoyed. Anyways, if we go to content, and so this is on D2L, Desire to Learn, and I'm in the instructor view right now, so normally students wouldn't see all of this. But highlighting this point here, I'm on my week 1 module, Introduction to Traditional Healing, and you can see it begins January 7th. So that means this has been a time release. So the students can only access this once that date hits. So say week 2, I've got begins January 10th, just because of the way the semester started, week 3, January 17th, and so forth. So this release here in the center is basically stipulating that students have to view everything in my course information folder. So if I go over here, you can see I've got the start to the course. So there's some information on getting started, instructor information, course outline, the learning plan, overview of assessment, assignment instructions, final exam overview, some ideas on how to be successful, and an addendum. That's just for us because we have to highlight that there's 2 hours in class, 1 hour online. So students have to read all of this information before they can even see this week 1 module. And the whole point of that is to make sure that you alleviate or eliminate, I should say, students having questions, being like, oh, what assignments are in this course? Do I have to buy a textbook? How do I contact you? Who is my instructor, right? It's all there for them. So once they've done that, I've got this set up in the first week. There's an agenda file. So if you click on that, and you'll see it's got the learning goals, what I'm asking the students to achieve every week. Every time I have this for every week, there's readings for what they have to get. Introduce yourself. This is just the first one, but I always ask them in the very first week to just do some little quick introductory note. A activity, so what they're going to have to be doing this week, and then a discussion as well. So if I go back to week 1, once they've done their introduce yourself, and you can only see this after reading the agenda, they have to post just a quick intro, hey, I'm Ryan, I'm in my 4th year, or whatever they're doing, right? Once they've done that, then they will see the contents overview, the readings, and the activity. So contents overview, I always just do a quick little thing on what they're going to basically be looking at that week. So it's kind of like an extra resource for the students. Once they've gone through that, once they've gone through the readings, what they have to be doing each week, they've opened that up, and once they've opened up the activity, highlighting what they're needing to do, I've got silly settings here, so I just gotta load the so-called unsafe, and their videos would pop up for them that week as well. Once they've gone through all that material, then they get into the discussion. So then the discussion opens up, and you can see here the content restriction. It just means that they have to view the activity file. So these are really easy to set up. You can create or browse current conditions. I have it set right now that they just need to simply view this file, but you can create different settings, such as you have to post a discussion, you have to complete a quiz, you have to receive a certain grade on a quiz. So there's a lot that you can do. So I have something like that set up for every single week, and then in assignments, for every single assignment, all the details on what they need to be doing. And you can see it just goes all the way through till the week 14 final exam for them, which they're actually in at this time of year. With the weekly postings, it keeps everything nice and simple for the students. And if you go over to, for us, we have assessment here, course Dropbox, quizzes, rubrics for all the students. And if I go into discussions, again, having a FAQ, frequently asked questions, and introduce yourself, and then clearly highlighted weeks of what they're doing. So some of these are actually presentations the students were creating for my course. So very nicely, simply laid out. Try to eliminate as many questions as possible. And that's that.